Cleaner, the only natural and patented produce wash. Eat Cleaner is a tasteless, odorless, and lab-tested line of food wash and wipes that is up to 99.9% more effective than water in cleaning wax. The only natural, patented produce wash in a 14-day study, applying Eat Cleaner all-natural fruit vegetable wash to a variety of fruit and 100 pure guaranteed vegetables also prolong shelf life up to 5 times longer through a natural blend of fruit acids and antioxidants. This can help save your family on average of over $500 per year, reducing waste and making it easy to get your half plate of fruit and vegetables each day. Eat Cleaner offers a wide variety of solutions for food safety and shelf life extension for consumers, retailers, food service, and operators. USDA bio-based, OMRI listed for use on organic produce, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, made in the USA, lab-proven, and patented. So if you want cleaner fruits and veggies, try Eat Cleaner. Check the link in the description section below.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that to the black and gold family, man. Big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank. We in this one, man. Sports Coma in the building. Big ups to the family members. Appreciate y'all for chiming in on this installment of the Great Saint Think Tank. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you guys for being in the building. Much love to the family. We in this thing, man. Much love to the fam. Big ups to you guys. Like I've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. I'm in the building. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank. Best of the greatest of the black and gold family is well represented. And I salute the Great Saint Think Tank. We up in this thing. What's happening? What's good with it? So big ups to the fam. Appreciate y'all chiming in on this Monday. Hope y'all had a pretty good Monday. Much love as we keep it going. All right. Bettina Lamar Ja is following. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. Appreciate you on Facebook for joining us. Much love. But I hope I'm saying that right. Bettina Lamar Ja on Facebook, representing the Sports Coma. What's up, Bettina? Who that to you, baby? Much love, fam. What's up, fam? Big ups to everybody in this piece. All right, Brother Jerry started off in the chat. Who that to Brother Jerry? Much love to Brother Jerry. GM Kev is in the building. What's up, GM Kev? Brother Byron is in the building. What's up, Brother Byron? Who that to you? My man Matt Boy 57. What's he said? 57-71 is the score with the Pelicans. Who that to you? My man Matt Boy. And let's see what else we got there. Jasper Bowden is in the building. Brother Jasper, who that to you, fam? Good to see you as well. Clint, what's up, Clint? Who that to you, fam? C. Lucas, who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Tramal, who that to you, Tramal? Big ups to you, fam. Gabriel Thomas, who that to you? Revolt Control is in the building. What up, Revolt? Brother Ahmad is in the building. What's up, fam? Brother Ahmad says, if you were Aaron Rodgers, would you want to go to the Saints? Let's see. Elvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Sean Payton, wide open offensive attack. Hey, I tell you one thing, it's better than where he coming from. And see, and we can go back in the day, family. We covered this before people were saying, I had people telling me, Q, he's not leaving Green Bay. I said, that man ain't going to stay there, bro. They drafted a quarterback, man. Did you just not see that? What you think? And people don't get that, man. A lot of these quarterbacks that are good, a lot of them, they have a big ego. And Aaron Rodgers wasn't facing the decline. It wasn't all his fault for what was going up there in Packer country. It wasn't. They needed to work on that defense, and they negated to do that the last draft, which they promised him they would, and then they went and took a quarterback. You thought you didn't think that was gonna go to bad? Come on, man. Come on now. It's common human nature. You know, it's common human nature. He felt disrespected when they took Love, but he played. He was cool. Waited till he got that MVP. Then he bucked on him and said, I want a new contract. And they saying, yeah, we're going to give you a contract. Oh, you going to give me a contract and you got that quarterback? Come on, man. How that work? You drafted that quarterback in the first round. You didn't wait till the fourth round to pick that quarterback. You drafted that guy in the first round. And you don't expect him to be mad about that? Come on, man. It's on the human nature, fam. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it is. The Saints is, listen, let me tell you something. The Saints are an attractive destination for a lot of veteran quarterbacks. Hell, Tom Brady was waiting to come down here. That's why he took so long to make up his mind. If Drew Brees would have retired like he was supposed to retire last year, because he was really done last year and had to consult with his family because Sean Payton begged him to come back because Sean said Taysom wasn't ready yet. Because he was going to pass the torch to Taysom. That's what he said. He begged him back. If Drew would say, oh, no, I'm all right, Tom Brady would have took the Saints QB job. Tom Brady wanted to be a New Orleans Saint. And a lot of these quarterbacks on the slick want to be a New Orleans Saint because the Saints are a winning organization. They know, like me and you know, that if you put a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers on top of these offensive weapons in Sean Payton's system, even though the Saints lost a couple of pieces on defense, they still going to be relevant. They're still going to be a playoff team. I'm just saying, man, we are an attractive destination. We the belle of the ball. We ain't the unattractive person standing in the corner and sitting up there hugging the wall. We ain't none of that. No, we the belle of the ball. Everybody want to dance with us, you know? So anyway, thank you for being here, Mod. Much love to you, fam. Ferg 318, who that to you? Pelicans Nola, who that to you? Let's see who else we got there in the building as well. What's up, brother Derek? Brother Derek Lockett's in the building. Who that to you? What's popping? What's going on, brother Derek? What's up, Pelicans SCN? Who that to you, fam? J-Rock is in the building. What's up, J-Rock? John Thompson. What's up, brother John? Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. Brother Jesse is in the building. All right, so we don't need him, Q. Okay, all right, Jesse. You don't have to say it with attitude, brother. I got you. What's up? Who that to you? What's up, Wallace? Who that to you, fam? Big Ant. What's up, Big Ant? Who that to you, fam? Brother Patrick's in the building as well. Brother Byron's in the building. All the family members chiming in this thing. Brother JT's in the building. What's up, JT? Who that to you? What's up, Brian? Who that to Brian Pearson's in the building. Brother Brian in the building. All right. What's up, Jerome? What's up, fam? Good to see you. Brother Donovan's in the building. What's up, brother Donovan? Good to see you, my friend. All right. Jerome says, Q, he said, you traded the right tackle, number 71. Would you trade 71 Ryan Ramczyk for him? Absolutely not. I'm not giving up Ryan Ramczyk to get Aaron Rodgers. It's a list of who guys I would trade, but Ryan Ramczyk's on that list. I'm not giving up Ramczyk. I'm not giving up Ramczyk, Kamara, or Mike Thomas. That's just who I'm not giving up none of those guys. None of them. I'm not giving up none of them. That's the guys I keep. And then you'll make a deal with him with his picks or otherwise. But it's just merely anything can happen in this NFL. Hell, Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow just came back into the NFL as a tight end. Whether he makes it or not, you with Urban Meyer, who had that Florida connection. But the reality at the end of the day is anything's possible in today's world. Y'all know, I know, with all the stuff that's going on, anything's possible. So I bet I don't, it's whether or not we have the money and the imagination to do it. That's when it comes down to the money and the imagination. Can you put a series of contracts together to get the man that they would like? And the question is, draft picks that go along with it. But don't worry, we're going to cover that story. There's other articles that we're going to cover as well in this one. So good to see you. Thank you for that, Jerome. Who that to you? All right, leader of the pack. What's up, leader of facts? If we can't afford Aaron Rodgers, Q. Hey, money and imagination, fam. Imagination. They can if they really wanted to. If they really wanted Aaron Rodgers, the Saints could move some stuff around to get him. They really could if they wanted to. That's why I was saying it's about want and imagination. What we need to fit to get this to work and do this. And then people say, well, Q, he got $20+ million on his contract. You mean to tell me they ain't players, a combine of players and picks they wouldn't take to take them? Green Bay don't want them to come to New Orleans. That's the thing. Green Bay wouldn't dare. Green Bay leadership is the biggest obstacle to that, not Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay's administrators would not dare package and send Aaron Rodgers to the New Orleans Saints. Are you kidding me? Goodell will be there. Fine, he'll fine their ass as soon as they try to trade. That's a fine, Green Bay. That's a loss of 3 first-round draft picks and $3 million fine for trying to help the Saints out. That dirty dog. What's up, Lori? Who that to you, baby? Big ups to you. Good to see you there. James, what's up, fam? James Van Court in the building. Brother Dada, what's up, fam? Good to see you as well. B Jizzle, what's up, B Jizzle? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Much love to my dog, B Jizzle. Anthony, brother Anthony's in the building as well. Good to see you, fam. Much love to you as well. Let's see who else we got chiming in this thing. I think I got it. Ramsey, what's up, Ramsey? Who that says Q for Rodgers to the Saints is no brainer. Can we make it happen? Remains to be seen. That is the question, isn't it? I got an article we're gonna go over from the Saints News Network. Our good friends over there, Brother Bob Rose and Kyle T. Mosley, good family members over there. We're gonna go over their article, and they have a pretty good article on it. We're gonna cover it. What's up, Roy? Who that to your fam? He says, Q, what's all your sources saying about it? I'm saying, bro, remember we talked about this. I said this, man, some time ago, is that we're dealing with Aaron Rodgers. Like, okay, Aaron Rodgers with the New Orleans Saints is something that the league don't want to see, obviously. What if Tom Brady would have came here? The Saints would be sitting on the second Super Bowl champion right now. They would be sitting, in my opinion, the way the referees bend over to what Tom Brady do. He must be a very special person, degrees-wise, so them to be doing all of this. Because it's just ridiculous. They don't do that for anybody else. You know, do what they do. I don't know what's going on now. I'm going to get to the bottom of it one of these days. But if you came to New Orleans, don't you think you'd have had a championship? Hell yeah, your team was a lot more talented than their team. I'm just going to keep it real with you, baby. The Saints, baby. All right. Thank you. Sofa King, grade 8. Thank you for that. Sofa King, great. Thank you for, he says, who that? From Miami, bruh. Thank you, Sofa King. Appreciate you, fam. Much love, and thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Sofa King. Much love, fam. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so the Aaron Rodgers thing is really curious because of who that nation said, Q, listen, bro. You know we don't got no money, bro. We ain't got the money, Q. You said so yourself. I said, yeah, we don't have the money. You're right. I said that. But it's something weird about the fact that the Saints we got Jameis this year and Taysom, and then, of course, we got a young quarterback we drafted in the 4th round. You know? That's not saying that eventually, what if something were to occur? You think any of that stops the Saints from going after Aaron? I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying. All this can change in a matter of moments. I'm just saying. But the thing, like I said, we're going to get into the article, fam. We're going to get into the article because that's not the only thing we're going to talk about, although that is one of the main subjects we'll cover today. All right, big ups to the fam. Thank you, fam. What's up, Dewan? Who that to you? Brother Toby's in the building as well. Good to see you. J-Rock says, Q, how much do you think, besides Tebow's relationship with Urban Meyer, do you think Taysom's factor played in the role of Tebow signing with the Jags? Well, the truth of the matter is, Tim Tebow was looked at as being a tight end when he came in. They wanted him to play tight end. He refused to play any other position except for the quarterback position. And the only way Tim Tebow was going to get back into the NFL was as a tight end. If you go back and research and look up when he came into the draft, they were trying to make him switch positions then. But it's his stubbornness that he said, listen, I'm not playing no other positions except for the quarterback position. Well, obviously now that he's gotten a little older, his stance is softened, and as he says tight end or something, they say, come on in there. We love you as a tight end. But that was a major sticking point that back in the day, he would have been in the league if he would have said, listen, I won't be a tight end. I'll come in. Several dozen teams would have been having him for tryouts because they know then as an athlete what he can do, you know. But I just think that him playing the tight end position would not be a bad look for Tim Tebow. That's the only way he was going to get back in the league. But do I see a role with him like a Taysom? Oh, no doubt about it. You're going to see some wildcat packages with Tim Tebow. You best believe that. You best believe that. The jump pass and all that stuff. He's too much of a weapon. Even at this age, with Tim Tebow is what he can bring to your team could be a plus, more of a plus than minus. So as a tight end, not a bad pickup, and he probably didn't cost him very much anyway to do that. All right, let's keep it going. Thank you for the question, fam. Let's see who else we got chiming in on this. Daniel, what's up, Daniel? He said, well, I think if Aaron wants out, he will go. No doubt about it. I agree with you on that, Daniel Smith. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you. DLP, what's up, fam? Dada says Aaron Rodgers was a free agent like Britt. I could see him signing, but in a trade, hell no. Green Bay is the biggest obstacle insofar as they're not going to send Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, to the Saints in the same NFC. That's asking for trouble. So if that was a trade in which there probably is going to end up being that way, and people are like, oh man, Aaron Rodgers wants to leave. I said that. What the hell you thought was going to happen if they take a quarterback with the first round pick last year, and he said we needed to make a run, and then they passed up what the man wanted to do and got a quarterback? What they trying to tell you? You got 1 or so year left on your contract. They moving on without you, and they chicken, you know what, for not keeping it real and saying, you know what, this guy is our quarterback. We thank you, Aaron. Hasta la vista, baby. Instead of saying this guy, so they're trying to straddle the fence now. They're trying to straddle the fence because he put up an MVP season. See, he played him because he turned in that MVP season, and now he's demanding an extension that he know they're not going to pay. But seeing instead of them keeping it real, they're going to try to hold on there. Oh, we really want you, Aaron, when they know that's a bold-faced lie. If you really wanted Aaron Rodgers, you wouldn't have took Jordan Love. So, I mean, it is what it is. And they got a problem on their hands. The thing is, just keep it real, man. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these flimsy, yellow, spineless-ass general managers out here that always like to play games and play with people and lie to people all the time and then sit up there and justify it as business. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. You can't do that to people. If tell a man the truth, we took Jordan Love because Jordan Love is the future of this team. Don't sit up here and pretend like you won't get Aaron Rodgers a contract and Jordan Love got a first-round pick 5 years on his contract? Well, we're going to sign him 3 years and then let Jordan, man, get out of here with that. You took him for a reason. If it would have been a 3rd or 4th round pick, that ain't no hassle. But a 1st round pick demands that he should start. He gonna be starting real soon. They will not play a scenario where he'll be like Aaron Rodgers sitting behind Brett Favre for 4 years. Ain't no way in the world that's gonna work. Aaron Rodgers, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that. It's time. Just move on. Trade them and move the hell on, man. But the Green Bay Packers, they chicken shit, man. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm sorry to just be, to my ladies out there that heard that word, but I'm sorry. I got to keep it real deal, baby. That's why I be blasting these general jerks for, because they be playing games with people, lying to them and all this kind of stuff. And then the media people don't blast them and keep it real because the media chicken, you know what. But not all of them. A lot of these guys I like I said, Kyle T. Moses, quite a few of them I like. But a lot of them people out there, they kissing ass. And watch out for the Kiss Ass Award too, fam. That's coming soon. This year, I'm going to be doing the Kiss Ass Awards for all these little people out here that run around kissing them people ass when they don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be doing that, man. It's different than showing respect as opposed to kissing, somebody's hiney. Cut it out. Keep it real, man. That's the only way we're going to get this thing moving forward. I can't be flim-flamming you and you can't be flim-flamming me. Let's just tell each other the honest truth, baby, and live with it. Come on. Come on now. No more lies. Let's just keep it real with each other. All right, let's move on. DLP says not tapping Rodgers' contract is big problem. He wants more money. Second, Green Bay doesn't want to trade him to another. And see, the money is not really an issue because the Saints can make the money work because they got a big money imagination. Nobody will run up $100 million tab. This some bitch ran up $100 million tab. You don't think somebody that ran up $100 million tab got an offensive imagination? monetarily speaking, economically speaking, financially speaking. They have the imagination. The issue is Green Bay trading him inside the NFC to the Saints, knowing that's a disaster waiting to happen. You give Aaron Rodgers to the Saints, that's 2 or 3 Super Bowls in the 3 years that he's here. He's competing every year, knocking everybody off in the Saints offense. That's danger, 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 Will Robertson. That's Goodell beating on his damn NFL desk. We can't let Rodgers go to the Saints. We can't let it happen. I can hear him right now, looking at his face red as a Louisiana strawberry. Face red as he was just got out of a slapping contest. That's how red that some bitch face would be. His face would be so red, man. Let me tell you something, man. It'll be red as a fire engine, a freshly washed fire engine. He wouldn't dare let that happen. Thank you, DLP. Big ups to you. All right, Javier, who that to you, fam? Good to see you. Troy Young, he says, in my opinion, if Aaron really wants out of Green Bay, he'll make the financials. Thank you, Troy. Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you for joining us here. Much love to you. Thank you, GM Kev, dropping the links as well. Much love to all the family members, man. Thank you, Troy, for your super chat, fam. I just seen it, my brother. It didn't flash up, but thank you for that, bro. Appreciate you. He said, if Aaron Rodgers really want out of Green Bay, he surely will make the financial work. Thank you, brother Troy. Thank you for that. All right, Jonathan. What's up, Jonathan? Jonathan Wilson, who that to you? Daniel Smith, who that to you? What's up, Don Duck? What's up, fam? Good to see you, bro, in the chat. Sai, what's up, Sai? Sai says it's about records and history when it comes to time, his story. Thank you, Sai. Big ups to you. J Stick Jefferson. What's up, fam? Big ups to J Stick Jefferson in the building. Much love, fam. Appreciate you being here. Tim Dunn. What's up, Tim? How you doing, brother? Big ups to you as well. All right, who else we got? I want to give everybody a shout out. Y'all know how I am, man. I always got to give much love to the Great Saint Think Tank, man, because it's about y'all, man. All right, Creole. What's up, Creole? Big ups to you, fam. Good to see you in the chat. Big Low. What's up, Big Low? It's good to see my dog, Big Low, in the building as well. What's up, brother Todd? Todd's in the building as well. Seabrook Fish and Sinkers. What's up, fam? Much love to all you guys. Appreciate y'all being in a live stream. Much love to the Great Saint Think Tank in this sucker. Big ups, baby. Big ups. All right, fam. With that being said, thank you, Roy. Appreciate Roy with the super chat. Roy Carpenter, who that to you, fam? Thank you for your super chat. Much love to you. All right, fam. As you can see, fam, I'm donning my Pelicans colors tonight for the sports coma, trying to show some love to the Pelicans right now. It just 10-18 in the third. Pelicans trailing 66-71. Right now, you know, we need this game right here against this Memphis Grizzly club. So this is for support and later on for the Pelican post-game report. What's up, Rob? Brother Rob McCoy is in the building. What's up, Rob? What's up, fam? Good to see you there. All right. What's up, brother Dave? Dave Nicholson. What's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Daniel says, Big Q, he says, how do we get a second title? Well, that's a great question, bro. We got to make sure we do, the correct movements. That's a show right there, brother. How we get a second title? Well, man, wow. We got to get that defense together, steal some stuff I won't see. I would like to see another veteran cornerback in this situation. It's a few things that we got to do, fam, that we really got to do. So, I mean, that's what I'm looking at. We got to get that together first and foremost. So, anyway, we had to do a whole show on that. How do the Saints get the title? That's a lot of stuff to talk about. But anyway, family, let's get ready to share the screen right here. And we'll get into our first situation there. All right. And this is the first one we're going to talk about here. All right, we got the, hold on here. What am I looking at here? This wrong stuff. There we go. All right, Aaron Rodgers. What the hell was that? All right, so what that is, Aaron Rodgers joins the Saints over the past several days. Now, this is coming from the Saints News Network, fam. And as you can see, let me click this off here. Could Aaron Rodgers join the Saints over the past several days since Adam Schefter's report on the rift between the league MVP Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers? The speculation for his landing spots are rampant, even in New Orleans. And much love to Kyle T. Mosley at the Saints News Network for writing this article. We always plug them guys because I think they're one, if not the best, they're one of the best in covering Saints news. And of course, we know that's Brother Bob Rose and Brother Kyle T. Mosley over there, and we always show them love and respect for the great job that they do. All right, now let's get into this one here. It says, over the past several days since Adam Schefter report on the rift between league MVP Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, the speculation for his landing spots are rapid, even in New Orleans. So with that being said, a few prominent media outlets have listed New Orleans as a destination for Aaron Rodgers should the Packers agree on trading their superstar quarterback. Why Rodgers to New Orleans? The Saints have a looming quarterback competition between Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. Head coach Sean Payton will allow both players to battle, earn, and become the heir to Brees' spot as a starter. New Orleans drafted Ian Book in the 4th round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Book and hold on here. Book and where would I lost my in the 4th round of the draft, and former Denver Broncos starter Trevor Siemian are vying for a backup role in the Big Easy. Now, hold on, let me get that off of that fam. Let me click this off. Yeah, close it. There you go. All right, the likelihood of Rodgers being traded to New Orleans isn't a far-fetched concept. With Sean Payton and Rodgers' personalities mesh well, Payton's ability to accentuate a quarterback's strength will make the marriage highly appealing. You know, so Vegas is betting on the action. The sports book lists the Saints as plus 1,000 there. The favorite is for reigning NFL MVP is to stay in Green Bay, but the Broncos are there, Raiders, Saints, and then of course you see the Panthers there. So with that being said, you know, what the hell happens there? I mean, does it make sense for the Saints? That's the next one, especially after losing Brees to retirement and in a division with Tom Brady and Matt Ryan there. You know, what happens there? Hold on, fam. This stuff. All right, so after losing Brees to retirement and competing in a division with Tom Brady and Tampa and Matt Ryan are attempted to dethrone New Orleans' 4-year stranglehold on the NFC South, Stephen A. Smith and, ESPN Stephen A. Smith brought elusive points to why Rodgers in New Orleans could work. You got Elvin Kamara's experience, the play calling of Sean Payton. You have a defense that's no joke. You're playing in the dome. After all those years playing football at Lambeau Field, and Aaron Rodgers can actually run the football. You know, you're playing in the dome. Aaron Rodgers can actually run with the football too. Smith said to Spears and Kellerman. Now that's very common, fam, that you know that could really happen, because you know that, like with most things, Sean Payton, man, look, it could work big time, because as you can see, the Saints have a lot going on here. And let's see. He'll be athletic enough to work. Aaron Rodgers moving around, doing his thing, the experience, the weapons that they have. The question is the defense. I think the defense will be much improved. So it's a lot of positives, more positives than anything, in my opinion. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith, I don't like to agree with his ass much, but he actually right in this situation. But CBS adjacent Lockenfora projects that the Saints probably will be as probable new homes for Aaron Rodgers. That's what he said. NFC teams are probable new homes for Rodgers. Saints, Panthers, and Eagles. The interesting thing about all these teams that they have or will have new quarterbacks taking the reins in 2021. With these players, Winston, Hill, Darnold, and let's see, Darnold and the rest of these guys, you know, and that's kind of strange because they do have a lot of new turnover in there with Winston, Sam Darnold, and then you have all this kind of stuff. So where would it, top NFC landing spots for Aaron Rodgers, according to Jason Lockenfora from CBS, say he got Panthers there with Jalen Hurts. You got the Saints and, of course, the Eagles. The Panthers just got a new quarterback. If you can see the title right here, Sam Darnold's there. They just made the trade. You got Winston and Hill on 1-year deals, and Jalen Hurts as the future quarterback for the Eagles. The preference for New Orleans would be to stay pat. Mickey Loomis and Peyton are aggressive, and their philosophy is to win now. And in New Orleans, you have to consider it, right? We shall see. So as you can see, Jason Lockenfora has from CBS for all. He's a pretty good writer. If you want to talk about Jason Lockenfora, he's not a bad pick to have when you're talking about matters of New Orleans Saints. Lockenfora is not a bad guy to talk about. But, you know, like I said, that's not bad. That's not a bad 3 right there. But Panthers with Sam Darnold is a question mark, you know, and then, of course, the Saints and the Eagles. Each team, I would have to say the Panthers are very aggressive as well looking at them. But like I said, this is what they're saying. Lockenfora and a few other people are saying that as well. But Adam Schefter did drop the report about the rift happening between Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers is, since all that occurred, we've all knew that, didn't we, family? That ultimately, just like Tom Brady was looking at the Saints, you had the great Drew Brees who retired, the great Tom Brady, as they call him. Tom Brady was looking at the Saints before Drew Brees decided to stay, and he went to Tampa Bay for the same amount of money. And then, of course, you don't think another great quarterback would be looking at the Saints too. It's something about the Saints that great quarterbacks keep looking at. And you mean to tell me we're going to turn them down because we're not offensively, not offensively, financial and economically imaginative enough to pull it off? I disagree. It's just whether or not how serious this happens and what they're willing to give up to make this happen. The Saints were aggressively trying to move up in the draft, by the way, and thinking about trading multiple picks to move up in the draft to acquire talent up there. So they were definitely looking to add a quarterback like the guy that kept Mac Jones out of Alabama. They were aggressively trying to get inside the top 10 several times in the draft. They were part of several trade scenarios that came out in days after the draft. We covered several of them on this show. So the Saints' imagination to move up to get talent was in full display during draft weekend. So, I mean, they are more certainly definitely looking for it, but is booked really the option for the future? Well, we shall see. But with Jameis on one year contract and Taysom basically his fantasy deal breaking down to basically a 1 year contract, the Saints could revisit this scenario. It could very well happen. I'm not going to shut the door on it, even though I don't think Green Bay makes the trade to trade him inside the NFC. That's the biggest hiccup. It wouldn't be the money, in my opinion. Some people would say it would be. Not for the Saints. Not for a team that ran its books into $100 million and had to come all the way down from $100 million to get under the cap. They don't have a problem finding the money. That's not the issue. The issue is Green Bay trading them in the NFC to the Saints, in my opinion. How forceful is Aaron Rodgers will force them to be traded? And he says, listen, this is my list. This is where I want to go. Right now, we're not there yet. It's not developed that. We just know he said that he's not going back there. And he's not going to put their jersey on some Deshaun Watson stuff without all the shenanigans of the massage table. But at the end of the day, we have to just be patient and see how this all plays out. But in the end, Aaron Rodgers could be wearing a black and gold jersey. It's all dependent on Saints' imagination to make it happen. Aaron Rodgers' philosophy to want to be here in this system, which he's a great quarterback, and you had other great quarterbacks, and we've known this, that the Saints are a magnet, and we said this last year, they're going to be a magnet for great quarterbacks that still want to make a run at greatness, and this guy is one of them. So we'll see how it all shakes. I've seen crazier stuff happen in this world. Aaron Rodgers being the Saints probably will probably be another one. We'll see how it shakes. We got time to watch this develop. All right, let's move on to the next article, fam. This is from Canal Street Chronicles. Mr. Chris Dunnels over there dropping it, identifying the 4 biggest positions of need for the Saints after the draft. Did the draft even help? Well, let's see what Mr. Dunnels has to say. Heading into the 2021 draft, the Saints had a few fairly obvious positions. Of need there, of obvious positions of need: cornerback, linebacker, wide receiver. Now that the 2021 NFL draft is in the books, are the Saints set at these positions for 2021? He says not exactly. Well, let's see. With the Saints' first pick of the 2021 NFL draft, they selected Houston's defensive end Peyton Turner to replace some of what was lost with Trey Hendrickson departing into free agency. It was a move that perplexed many, not necessarily because of a later draft grade on Turner, but because of other bodies the Saints had at the position. Opposite of the Pro Bowl defensive end Cam Jordan, the Saints were going to look to former first-round pick Marcus Davenport as an improving Carl Granderson and a newly signed Tanu. At linebacker, cornerback, and wide receiver, the Saints had essentially one start position at each with Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, Michael Thomas, but an open spot opposite of their starter. The Saints drafted Ohio State's linebacker Pete Werner with the next pick, but he lacks the explosive athleticism we've seen from the likes of Quan Alexander. And in the 3rd round, the Saints finally added a cornerback in Stanford's Paulson Adebo. He's raw, but still a high enough upside for the Saints fans to be happy with the pick. Wide receiver was finally addressed in the 7th round with South Alabama's wideout Quan Baker. Now, after the draft, What are the biggest positions of need for the Saints? I would say despite picking a cornerback and a linebacker with 2 of their first 3 picks, the defense positions could still use some upgrading. A veteran like Richard Sherman still makes a lot of sense for the Saints, as he could fill in and out of the gate and help teach Tebow. And even Lattimore, much about playing cornerback, bringing back Quan Alexander still seems like a fit too, as the Saints could rely on Warner to grow into becoming a starter rather than throwing him to the Wolves right away. But wide receiver seems like the biggest concern, if there's one, for the 2021 Saints right now. Michael Thomas just 1 full season removed from winning the Offensive Player of the Year, but after Thomas, the Saints lost a pair of talented pass catchers from the 2020 offense. Wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders was a cut as a cap casualty and picked up by Buffalo, and tight end Jared Cook found his way onto the Chargers. Thomas and Kamara are some of the better players at their position in the entire NFL, but after that duo, names like Tre'Quan Smith, Adam Troutman, LaJordan Humphrey failed to strike fear in the heart of opposing defenses. And without a quarterback, Drew Brees, who can throw his receivers open, the Saints could struggle on offense without adding extra firepower. Another position that's not garnered nearly as much attention as it should is the interior of the defensive line. Sheldon Rankins held this spot for many years, while the Saints have players like David Onyemata, Shai Tuttle, the presence of Rankins, Brown, who signed with Jaguars, still will be missed. Here's a way to think about the players the Saints have lost and who they've added to replace them. Trey Hendrickson, he's saying it was replaced by Peyton Turner. Quan Alexander, replaced by Pete Werner. Janoris Jenkins, replaced by Paulson Adebo. Michael Burton, replaced by Alex Arma, this is the fullback. Josh Hill, replaced by Nick Vanette. Emmanuel Sanders, Jared Cook, Sheldon Rankins, Malcolm Brown, ? That said, if I had to rank the current positions of need for the Saints after the 2021 NFL Draft, this is how I would do it. Wide receiver, defensive tackle, tight end, and linebacker. There are plenty of bargain bin free agents the Saints could consider at wide receiver, defensive tackle, and tight end. We've already covered Quan as a potential fit at the linebacker. Maybe Adam Troutman becomes an elite tight end, and maybe Pete Werner is everything the Saints could hope for and more. Maybe Deontay shows more as a receiver, but even still, that's a lot out of Jameis Winston in his presumed first year as a Saints starter. Last year's team wasn't good enough to win a Super Bowl. It's hard to look at this year's team and see how they'll fare better if they don't add help at wide receiver and defensive tackle at minimum. Now, let me just say this. This is a very good article, by the way. Very good. I like how he put everything together, dropped his stats and facts. Let me just add my little spin on it just to, because everybody think differently. Trey Hendrickson, in my opinion, is not let's start here, right? The Trey Hendrickson thing. I don't think Peyton Turner replaces Trey Hendrickson. That's not what it's going to be. In my opinion, I think Davenport is supposed to be this. This should be Davenport. Marcus Davenport needs to become Trey Hendrickson because Trey Hendrickson was a starter with 13.5 sacks. Davenport sat on the bench in the situational pass rush role. So it's not Peyton Turner for Trey Hendrickson. It's Trey Hendrickson, Davenport for Trey Hendrickson. That's number one. If we can get 10 sacks anyway north of 8.5, I would even say 9 to double-digit sackage from Davenport, that's a win. But we need Davenport to perform on a level like Trey Hendrickson did last year. That's number one. Quan Alexander for Pete Werner. I would have to say the Quan Alexander role is not Pete Werner. It's actually Bourne. It's Zach Bourne. Zach Bourne is in the Quan Alexander role. Pete Werner is a backup who will compete, who probably will start at one of the 4-3 linebacker. Like if you run in the 43 defense, which the Saints do 5% of the time, because the majority of the time, 95% of the time, they're in a modified nickel with 2 linebackers roaming around the field. Those 2 linebackers will be Demario Davis and Zach Bourne, according to Coach Payton. He said as much to start off anyway. Now, Pete Werner, let's see if he outplays Zach Bourne for that position, but we'll see. So it's not Pete Werner. For Quan Alexander, it's actually Zach Bourne. For Janoris Jenkins, he's true. This is Paulson Adebo. It has to be Paulson Adebo because it can't most certainly be anybody else. It can't be Chauncey Gardner-Johnson because he's solidified at the nickel position. He will not be moved out of nickel position. Dennis Allen loves him there and will keep him there as long as he keep playing as good as he is. So Janoris Jenkins, it has to be Paulson Adebo, which is true. I agree with that one. Michael Burton, this is an upgrade in my opinion right here. Alex Armah over Michael Burton. He's an old school north-south fullback from the olden days. Alex Armah is an athletic guy that can play H-back. He can line up at fullback, tight end in the slot, and he's an ace special teams guy that'll knock your block off. Plays with a high motor, can catch the ball. Love how they used him in the Carolina system last year. He's going to be a big addition that nobody's talking about. I keep speaking about Alex Armah and the Saints having an athletic fullback who can catch the ball and play different roles in Sean Payton's offense. He's going to be a major plus for the black and gold. Watch and see. Josh Hill for Nick Vannett. I don't know. Josh Hill was a solid backup tight end for the Saints. When guys went down, he stepped up. He wasn't a starting caliber tight end. He was more comfortable as a backup. Came in. He was an excellent blocker on the back end. He started his career as a pass catcher, got better as a blocker. Nick Vannett does catch the ball. You know, got soft hands for a guy as big as he is. No athleticism at all. You know, a lumbering big old guy, but he can block his ass off. But he can't move worth to nothing. But Sean Payton gave this Ohio State tight end a 3-year contract soon as the Denver Broncos put him in the street. They signed him the next day and gave him a 3-year deal. And I watched the film on it. I'm like, how you get this man a 3-year deal? Well, I ain't gonna even get into it. But Nick Vannett is definitely there as a backup for the Josh Hill. We'll see how that shakes. The Emmanuel Sanders situation, you got question marks there. You don't know who's going to replace Emmanuel Sanders. It's not going to be a veteran off the free agent list. The Saints are not going to do that. Is the answer for them question marks right there is Traquan Smith. Sean Payton drafted Traquan Smith 4 years ago? He's in the final year of his contract, and Coach Payton loved what he seen from Emmanuel Sanders Traquan Smith when he drafted him out of the University of Central Florida. Deep threat, really good at the vertical routes. Toughened him up by playing him inside over the last several years. He now becomes the deep weapon. Thank you, Troy. He's understand that you guys are in the SEC territory. I'm in Cali, so I believe me when I say you're sleeping on Paulson Adebo. If he didn't opt out of the 2020, many scouts had him as a number 2 rated cornerback. Yeah, thank you, Troy, for your super chat, my friend, and thank you for shedding light on that. I agree with you. I think Paulson Adebo is a stud, no doubt about it. He's going to be a definite addition to the Saints. I really like the kid. He's smart. He's confident. I studied film on him. I agree with you. He's a very talented player. He got a mean streak in him. He won't let you talk crap to him. He's big. He's physical, intelligent. And one of the best things I like about Paulson Adebo is that he turns and whip. He's smart enough to turn around and locate the ball when a lot of silver can, trash can ass cornerbacks will never whip their head around and locate where the ball is to make a play on it. When they can see the wide receiver staring at the ball for 5 seconds, and they're staring at him staring at the ball while it's coming over the top of their head. So, I mean, he's smart enough to get in position to make a play, and he did that numerous times on film. So thank you for your analysis on that. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, Emmanuel Sanders is Traquan Smith is that dude. Sean Payton, that's why we didn't draft any top flyers or whatever at the wide receiver position. They were looking at Terrence Marshall Jr. They said, get out of here. But in the end, Traquan Smith is the guy. He's in the final year of his rookie contract. Coach Payton picked him to be the guy that was to be the complement to Mike Thomas. Will it work? We shall see. But Traquan Smith had his best season of his career last year. Can he step up this year? That is the big question. Jared Cook. The answer to Jared Cook is Troutman, Adam Troutman. Can Troutman outdo what Jared Cook, big sorry ass, did? You know, and I say he can. I'm just gonna keep it real, which I think that Adam Troutman, I'm interested to see how far Troutman could take this thing. But I like Troutman a lot. I think Troutman steps up. It's a lot of question marks of young guys there for the Saints offense that have been there. But Jared Cook got slower and slower, and and then in the playoffs he disappeared. He crumbled just like he does. His record in being in the playoffs, he's just a crumbler. He fell apart in the Saints game against Tampa Bay, and I ain't gonna get into it, but I think a lot of upsides on Adam Troutman. I think he'll do a pretty decent job for us at the tight end position. And of course, who replaced Sheldon Rankins and Malcolm Brown? That's a really good question. I think that's a combination of different players. You have Sheldon Rankins, Malcolm Brown going. We'll see. Is it Shy Tuttle? Is it Malcolm Roach? Is it Glasgow? Is it Jalen Dalton? Is it Tanu? from Kansas City, who people keep thinking is a defensive end. And I'm saying he's a defensive lineman. The guy plays both positions, interior and outside. But being at the Saints, drafted a pass rusher or defensive end with the first round pick in this year's draft. And Tanu is listed as a defensive end. Why would we keep putting him at defensive end when you have a surplus of guys at that position? When you have you need an interior starter next to David Onyemata, and this guy has extensive experience playing in the NFL, and he's played a defensive position. He's 6'7", 290 plus. So I would say that Tanu is one of the guys that will help fill in where Rankings and Brown is. Now I'm with him. I think you definitely need to see about getting some veterans. Like I like Geno Atkins. You know, he's one of the guys we talked about. Several other guys that we can probably get at a deal. So we'll see how it all shakes. But most of these young players got to step up in positions to help the Saints out, especially on the defense. Paulson Adebo, I think he'll do well. Zach Bowen has to step up in a major capacity. Marcus Davenport has to step up in a major capacity. Several of our interior defensive linemen must step up in the capacity. Marcus Williams must step up in this capacity. PJ Williams must step up. Patrick Robinson, not just the young guys, but some of these veterans that have been kind of milling around and being milquetoast all these years and just not really gaining any serious ground need to step up. And I think ultimately Quan Alexander will come back to the Saints on a cheap 1-year prove-it deal to help out the team. Can we count on him? That's a whole nother thing, health-wise anyway. All right, let's move on to the next one here. With their 2021 salary cap situation settled, where do the Saints stand for 2022? Now, this is a question I often bring before the Great Saint Think Tank, because I keep telling people that the Saints are not out of it yet in terms of financially speaking. This article touches on it from Saints Wire. Let's go over it. There's a light at the end of the tunnel with lucrative contract extensions worked out between the NFL and its broadcasting partners. The salary cap is going to the moon, but not until 2023. That means another lean year is in the store for the Saints and every other team as their work towards salary cap compliance next year. It wasn't easy, but the Saints were able to reach cap compliance in 2021 by cutting costs throughout their roster, and they're worse all for it. It's going to introduce new hurdles for the team to overcome by rushing rookies, second-year pros, and career backups into prominent positions. You know, now don't get me wrong. The Saints been doing that a lot. We've developed undrafted guys into serious role players for us, and we have a good talent at taking role players or undrafted free agents and bringing them here, and they stepping up into special teams roles, and then they come in and give a limited good play, or they play well and sturdy for the Saints with their tenure here. Shai Tuttle, Malcolm Roach, Glasgow, list goes on and on and on. We are really good at finding the best guys and getting them up to speed fast, which is a credit to the coaching staff that's here. Whether it's Ryan Nielsen, Coach Richard, we got to give credit where credit is due. A lot of these our positional coaches are some of the best in the business, bottom line, because they always take these undrafted guys and get them up to speed. Let's get to the article. But Buffalo Bills general manager Brandon Beane expects a healthier salary cap outlook for 2022, though it's going to take a while longer for teams' spending habits to get back to normal. Next year is still unknown, Beane said during an appearance on the CMXM NFL radio. There's some numbers if stadiums are full, but if they're not full, the cap this year is 182. Last year was 198, so it was a huge drop. We're kind of projecting 195 to 200. I'm hoping closer to 200 just to be able to fit as many guys as we can. Every team projects its own numbers, but this is probably a good benchmark to keep in mind as the Saints eye the 2022 salary cap. Right now, the over the cap analysis have the Saints with just over $2.2 million in cap commitments for next year, which means they could end up close to breaking even if the cap settles at the high end of Beane's suggestion. Of course, the Saints have a strong class of 2022 free agents to worry about. Who are the guys that I keep talking about? A lot of these guys that are free agents next year tackle Teron Armstead. If they don't extend out Ryan Ramczyk, he's a guy that's due. Franchise tag Marcus Williams. If he don't get his extension, he's coming up. Number one cornerback Lattimore, if he don't get his extension, he's coming out. And the extending of those players ahead of the schedule will go a long way towards making the cap situation even more manageable. So remember, even if the Saints have to part ways with more good players over the next year, and they probably will, they'll be able to reload quickly in 2023. That won't make this any less painful of a process, but it's something to look at moving forward. Now, the Saints expected to receive 9 picks in 2022 NFL draft. The team will look very different very soon, but hopefully still as competitive as it's ever been quite recently. And it's a lot of other players. It's at least 15 names that's attached to the 2022 class that the Saints are going to lose next year. Now, he's projected the cap to jump in 2023, but that's no guarantee because of the new broadcast deal. But there is no guarantee that there won't be another release of something. Wink, wink. Or any other things that might occur that could upset the apple cart in terms of the public. These are uncertain times. So even though it's a projection, this projection could be very wrong. Because even though the money's there with the contracts, they're counting on the stadiums to become full because they want that revenue as well. But if they're not, wink, wink, then this number can drop back further or stay where it is. We shall see, shall we? All right, Athletic, and let's go to this article right here. The Athletics NFL Power Rankings put the Saints in 3rd place in the NFC South. You heard me right. The Saints have taken a lot of hits this offseason, but are they really trailing multiple rivals in pursuit of their 5th consecutive NFC title? Could this be right? The Athletics Shield Capadia says so, having slotted New Orleans all the way down to number 19 in the latest power rankings. What's the formula for winning games in the post-Drew Brees era? The Saints quietly produced the NFL's 2nd best defense. Last season will need a repeat performance to get back to the playoffs. Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill will have a strong offensive line, Elvin Kamara, Mike Thomas to work with, but the Saints are thin at wide receiver and tight end. An injury-riddled season for Thomas is like we saw last year. We would leave them one of the NFL's worst pass-catching units. All right, this is what this clown says. Whoever this person is, obviously, I've never heard of them, and I read all kind of articles from the Saints. This Shield Capadita dude need to pull his head up out of the sand, out of his rump, out of whatever he doing, and look at the Saints to talk about you thin at the wide receiver position. That's total disrespect to Deontay Harris, who's a Pro Bowl kick returner, who's been contributed to the Saints. Marquez Callaway, who's been coming along. See, if you don't have a name, you don't count. This is why I'm saying that most of these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. If you're not Mike Thomas, see, they mention that's what they do to make you think they know about the Saints. They'll mention the big names and then they'll leave out the rest of the guys like Marquez Callaway and Deontay Harris didn't do nothing last year to help you win games. Like they didn't catch touchdowns or catch passes to put you in position to win. How could you not talk about Elvin Kamara and the rest of these guys, but not talk about Latavius Murray and Ty Montgomery when he carried the running game when they had no running backs? He came in there and gave you 100 yards on the back end of the season, and your entire running back room was missing. So, like I said, they don't know shit from Shinola about the Saints. And then this jackass going to put the Saints way at the bottom and 19 in the power rankings for real, simply because Drew Brees isn't there. Drew Brees ain't there, so the Saints going to go all the way down to number 19 because Drew was the reason why the Saints win games, even though the Saints without Drew Brees was 8-1. It's true that the Saints are running with a thin receiving core. Says who? Says who? Says who? A new quarterback, maybe two, but this is a team that went 8-1 with Brees watching from the sidelines over the last 2 years. They have a winning formula and still have a top end talent to compete with anyone. It's up to their rookie draft class to prove they can hang in there when called upon. No, it's not. Only really most of the guys that they're drafting are depth except for Paulson or Tebow. Paulson is the only guy that's going to be slotted for a starting position. The rest of the Saints draft picks are in reserve roles where they need to be to learn the position. Peyton Turner will be back there with Carl Granderson backing up Davenport and Cam Jordan. Peyton Werner will be backing up Zach Bowen and Demario Davis. If he outplays him in camp, which I wouldn't give that to him, I still say Zach, if Quan Alexander comes back, that'll be interesting as well. But the majority of the Saints picks are going to be in reserve roles. Now, Quan Baker has an opportunity to play a large role insofar as the Saints special teams, which could, and there's several other players that the Saints brought in that can play the kick return, punt return game, allowing the Saints to promote Deontay Harris to more of a role in the offense. whether that's wide receiver or doing a little running back thing you do with him. So like I said, that's disrespectful to people like Deontay Harris. I got much love for Deontay Harris, man. Marquez Callaway and the rest of these young wide receivers. You just spit on these guys. They thin. Like they don't count. We know all those young guys played crucial roles in the Saints offense last year. But they don't count. And these jackasses, mine. So it's like, he says, it feels like a reach to slide Atlanta all the way to number 11. Atlanta picked one of the most exciting playmakers in the draft by adding Kyle Pitts. Good for them, but their offense wasn't the problem last year, and the defense is one of the most porous units you'll see around the league. Flawless contract is an albatross. They had 20 free agents. They just padded out the training camp roster. I won't argue the reigning Super Bowl champions being ranked number 1. There's reason to think Tampa Bay are being overrated after shambling through the 2020 season until they got hot at the right time, thanks to the referees and other things. But for now, they've earned their laurels. We'll see how it shakes out. If we have as much love from the referees as Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Buccaneers had, especially in the playoffs, you sat there and watched that Super Bowl. You can't tell me them people wasn't doing what they was doing. See, I'm not going to sit up here and play games with people who sit up here in this freaking fantasy world and pretend like we not actually seeing what we seeing. I'm going to tell you what I see, whether it benefits the Saints or not. I keeps it real. That's what it comes down to, telling the truth. And it was bull crap with what I seen from the officiatings for them Tampa Bay games throughout the playoffs. We all know it. The Saints, they're saying the Saints weren't good enough to win last year. That's true insofar as when it came down to it, we didn't execute. We didn't have the right series. We didn't have the right system of the plays out there that ran correctly. We should have ran more in the game against Tampa and dominated the clock. We shouldn't have to put the ball in the air that much when you know they got fast sideline to sideline linebackers. We could have adjusted to that. We had a shitty game plan going into that game. We didn't execute and the team beat us. So credit to them beating us. But when you move forward and watch the rest of how the NFL referees called the games when they went up against Green Bay, and then of course the Super Bowl game, how they called that against Patrick Mahomes boys, that was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. That's why I just slammed the piss out of these referees, because I despise the NFL referees. I despise the NBA referees. They are scum and trash. And I know, and I say that, and I mean it 110%. I tell them in their goddamn face that they scum and trash. How you wake your smelly ass up and look in your ugly ass face in the mirror every morning and go out there and cheat people out of shit. You supposed to be calling the games like the rule book says, but they don't do that. They call the games to benefit an agenda, and I calls it out. And I big ups to the players that step up and calls it out, because they need to keep it real too. Keep it real. All right, that's it before I get off on them bastards. But look, we're going to go to this final article right here, which is from Cam Jordan. And it says that Cam Jordan's footing the bill for the racial sensitivity training for the New Orleans PD. And this was something I seen earlier today from Cam Jordan. And we're going to go over it as Saints defensive end Cam Jordan will finance an expansion of New Orleans Police Department's racial sensitivity training program. The goal over the next 2 years to help 80 officers confront and overcome biases. Jordan announced he had $120,000. That's a lot of money that Cam put into the effort on Monday. And the nonprofit Crescent City Corps will offer 40 hours in instruction to participating officers on topics such as racial equality, responding to the effects of trauma and leadership development. A trail run in 2019, 10 NOPD officers underwent training in the program. Jordan's 4 children were born in New Orleans, so he wants to leave a lasting impact on the community for them, especially given what has transpired in the country over the past year. He said, I wanted to do something that makes them proud. Jordan says, this is not a solution. This is not a completion, but we have a chance to create a positive impact in this way. Jordan is entering his 11th season with the Saints and has 94.5 career sacks, ranked second in the team history behind the almighty Ricky Jackson, of course. This is not the first time Jordan has left his mark on the community. His previous philanthropic efforts have included education, literacy, anti-bullying, and physical fitness. So Cam Jordan putting his money where his mouth is, 120,000 of it toward the efforts of racial sensitivity training for the NOPD. How you feel about that, baby? All right, so we're going to go over the articles. We covered, could Aaron Rodgers join the Saints? We covered that article early in the show. We also talked about the article from Cornell Street Chronicle for identifying the biggest position needs for the Saints after the draft. We covered the 2021 salary cap situation settled, whether the Saints stand for 2022. And of course, we covered and talked about the fact that the Saints were put at rank number 19 by some dumbass writer who don't even know who the black and gold are. And of course, Cam Jordan's $120,000 to racial sensitivity training. So how about that, fam? How about that for the great Cam Jordan? So with that being said, family, much love to the great Saint Think and the blessed black and gold family members. I appreciate y'all being up in this joint. And man, listen, bro, what could you say about Cam Jordan, man? Cam Jordan is an awesome person. Can't say nothing bad about Cam. Cam always putting his money where his mouth is and doing great and positive stuff. And you got to give brothers like Cam, they work hard for their bread, you know, and then when they turn it and do stuff like that, you got to give them love for that, man. So much love for Cam as he trying to make a change, man. You know, we trying to figure this thing out. We really is. All that says is BS. Well, listen, I'm gonna study upon it and I'm gonna come back and, you know, I'm gonna give you that real. Because if it's something that's tied to the UN thing or whatever it is, if it's something with the UN in it, that it's something strange about that. I don't like with that. Because I remember reading a book on that some years ago about that's something. If it's tied to that, then I'm gonna check it out. I'll give you my way. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna read about it more, and I'll come back later on in the week and give you a breakdown on it if it's some real deal stuff going on. But a lot of these guys, they just be trying to make a difference. A lot of these guys just trying to make a difference. They're just trying to trying to have a communication between the people. And that's strange because, you know, the communication shouldn't be that bad because the police are the people. Most of the police that are from the city are from the city. The majority of them, some might live outside the city, but in most cases, the police come from the city in which they live to police it. So it's citizens, these people, the citizens are the police. And that's how it should be. Because you don't want some people coming from somewhere else that don't from somewhere else that's not tied to the community that's coming in there. They won't have that same attachment. So it's kind of strange that the communications between the citizens and the police are so strained like it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to be that way. Especially because the police come from the communities in which they policing in many cases. So I was like, how is it so bad? Why, you know, or that perception that it's bad. Like, it's like, okay, this, that, and the third. We got a lot of work to do, to be honest with you, fam. We really do, fam. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We got a lot of goddamn work to do. You keep it real with you. All right, Pelicans trailing right now, 102-95 with 6:50 on the clock, waiting right now. So with that being said, big ups to the family members. What's up, Ramsey? Who that to you? Aloha to your fam. Good to see Ramsey. Audit the feds in the building. What's up, man? Where you been at? Audit? All right, good to see you in the chat, fam. What's up, brother Willard's in the chat as well. Brother Neville is in there. What's up, Muse, baby? How you doing, Muse? Good to see Muse in there. That's right. All right. Who else we got? Miss Sexy Blacksmith. How you doing, baby? Much love to you as well. That's big ups to all of the great Saint Think Tank ladies. Big ups to you. Darrell Freeman, who that to you? Much love to you. Good to see you in the chat. And that's who else we got there. Brother Ghost is in the building as well. Good to see you as well. Who that to the great Saint Think Tank? I was in here running my mouth, and good to see you guys. I just want to get y'all recognized and give y'all some shout out. Let's see. Hey, Brother Anthony says, can't afford Rodgers. Don't want to give up any draft picks for nothing. We good with Jameis and small hands Taysom. All righty then. All right, so big ups to you, fam. All right, who else we got there? Brother Tori, what's up, Brother Tori? Good to see you there, fam. Appreciate you being here as well, Brother Tori. Much love to you, my friend. Ramsey says, Big Q always make me feel welcome. Welcome. Ramsey chiming in from paradise, baby, all the way from Hawaii. All right, man. Good to see you in the chat, fam. All right, Tragic, Brother Tragic's in the building. What's going on, Brother Tragic? Good to see you and the fam in there as well, man. Much love to you. So with that being said, fam, I'm going to take a few questions from the Great Saint Think Tank in the chat there. All right, what's that? YBEJ 504. Who that to you, my brother? Thank you for being here. I hope I said that right as well. Is it YBJ 504? It's YBEJ 504. Big ups to you. Thank you, fam. All right, no problem. Ghost, appreciate you, brother. All right, and I'm gonna take a few questions or comments from the family members. If I have any questions y'all want to pop in, we covered a lot on today's show, this Monday edition, and I'm trying to not hold y'all for too long. We just over an hour broadcast right now, and of course, a little bit I'll be switching over because I'm currently, as I'm covering it, I got my second screen on, and I'm watching the Pelicans play right now, and I'm monitoring their tails right now. And we ain't got all our stars there, man. But damn, Lonzo, you got to step up, ball. Come on, Lonzo, man. It's all. Come on, Lonzo. We can't be having this here, brother. You got to step up here, brother. They not 102-97 Pelicans trailing with 6 minutes left in the game. We'll be on the Pelican post game report later. What's up, Ice Man? I see you, Ice Man. He said, "Hey Q." He says, "Q, me and my nephew Thaddeus watching. He loves when you say this is repugnant." When this is repugnant, can you say it one time for us, please, Q? Oh, when I say this is repugnant, man, I'll be talking, man. I just listen, fam. None that I say is scripted. I don't have teleprompters and all that kind of crap, man. When I talk about statistics, and every now and again, y'all will catch me, and the family good about it. Correct him. I might mispronounce a name but the majority of the stuff is coming straight out of here with information I have, researching articles. Because I mean, if it was a masterate or a doctorate in Saintsology, there's several dozens of family members that's in this great Saint think tank that will have a masterate, a doctorate, a PhD in Saintsology. I mean, for real, we know this stuff, man. We know it. And when we talk about it, we just referencing history, and it's just accessing that file at a rapid pace while we covering it, because I don't forget what Coach Payton says. I really don't. How many interviews did I play from show Payton over there? I mean, I'm talking about dozens of interviews over the years that I've played from Coach Payton, Mickey Loomis, to the point where I can emulate Mickey Loomis. Nobody can do a really good Mickey Loomis. I imitate Mickey Loomis. Y'all heard my Mickey, so it's just amazing, man, to talk about the Saints. It's a labor of love too, because I know the great Saint think tank and Who That Nation, they black and gold to the core, baby. And that's me as well. So we just in here chilling together. So Ice Man, appreciate you. It's repugnant, baby. All right, Ice Man, appreciate you, brother. Oh, okay. Rev says Paradise has a lot of traffic. Ain't supposed to be traffic in Paradise. Ain't supposed to be, but I guess there are. I guess you're right, Ramsey. All right, what's up, Kenny? Kenny said we need to think about our future if we make any trades. Saints was trying to trade in the draft, man. We covered, I don't know how many shows it was where the Saints was trying to make several moves to move up in, trying to get Mac Jones was one of them. They was trying to move up in the top 10 to go get J.C. Horn. Joe Horn's son, or Patrick Surtain Jr. They were trying to move up to get him, couldn't find any takers. And then, of course, the Saints were being hyper aggressive. And then ultimately, when they couldn't go where they wanted to go, they just sat back and chilled and let the draft come to them. Now, they did make 2 trades in the draft to move up to get Paulson. Tebow was one, and the other one was, I think, to move up to get Landon Young, the offensive lineman. Within 2 years, Landon Young gonna be starting for your ass. I told y'all that when we broke down it, what was that, last week when we talked about that? I said, listen, the Saints in a couple of years, they're gonna get a couple of starters out of this draft. Landon Young will be in a position and I keep saying it. I say when Teron Armstead, because they should have. I ain't gonna get into it. Teron, I like Teron, but if it was, they reworked Teron's deal, but Teron his contract is done after this year. He's a free agent next year. The Saints are going to pay Ryan Ramczyk. I said this before. They're going to pay him and make him one of the top, highest paid offensive linemen in the business. And then they're going to shift him from right tackle to left tackle when Teron Armstead's gone. Who's going to occupy the right tackle position that Ramczyk is vacating? Landon Young or either Andrus Peat. That's my call. It's like, why Andrus Peat, Q? Because Andrus Peat came in the NFL as a tackle. He was drafted as a blindside tackle. Ramczyk was a blindside tackle. He was playing right tackle, obviously, because of Teron Armstead. But Andrus Peat has a fat contract, and to validate him having a fat contract, I'm saying either one or two things are going to happen. Either they keep him at guard, or they move him to tackle, or they put Landon Young there. Now, Landon Young is a guy they liked a lot. We mocked Landon Young. When I scouted Landon Young, I said, this is the type of dude Coach Payton would draft. He would love, and then turn around. Payton went and drafted that guy. Oh, man, I know my coach, man. What can I tell you? I knows my coach. I know my coach. I know my coach. Been watching his ass for years. When you watching somebody for years, you get that behavior pattern on them, baby. You know that? You know, we all, to a degree, beings of habit. I ain't going to say creatures because I find that kind of disrespectful. But, you know, but we are beings of habit, you know. Menno Spear says, I like Landon Young. Yeah, Landon Young is a good player, man. A lot of people not thinking about that. But Landon Young is going to be your right tackle of the future. Just letting y'all know that. When Teron Armstead leaves, get ready for it. All right. All right. Big ups to y'all. All right. Let's see what else we got here. BC, what's up, fam? He says, BC Lewis, who that T says, if Onyemata goes down, are we screwed on the defensive line? You know what, BC, bro, you and Uncle Paulie came up with that question. I'm going to tell you just what I told Uncle Paulie. That is a great comment. Well, you making it more as a comment. He had it as a question. And I was saying to myself, listen, David Onyemata is a big piece of what the Saints do. Now, you had Sheldon Rankins and Malcolm Brown. We were damn good interiorly speaking. And maybe we didn't do enough to address that. Maybe we still can before training camp opens up. I would really like to see a Geno Atkins or, you know, one of these offensive linemen that are available. Even Quan Short, the former Carolina Panther nose tackle there, who's a big bruiser, stuffer in the middle. You might see one of these guys, perhaps. We'll see. But, you know, I'm expecting to see that. Now, we did get some great value canned goods that they picked up on the back end, but I don't know how serious they are in terms of impacting that role. I still would like to see a veteran there. But before that happens, the Saints have to free up money through extensions of Ramczyk, Lattimore, or Marcus Williams to free up money so they could pay some of these guys. It does us no good to talk about signing as free agents either Richard Sherman or these other guys. You don't have no money. We got like 600 G's left, man. Ain't no money there. So we have to free up as free agent talk is concerned. We still left extend. We got to get these extensions done on Ramczyk, Lattimore, and if you want Marcus Williams, extend them out and free up the money so you can have that extra surplus capital in which you need to fill in certain aspects of the team. It won't cost a lot of money to get these Geno Atkins or Quan Short at this stage of free agency, because you basically after that and that value's there and you just kind of filling in holes. But David Onyemata, man, we can't lose David Onyemata. We really can't. We can't lose David Onyemata. And we are fortunate to be able to have had him for the majority of the time. He doesn't really get hurt. But, you know, you're absolutely right. Onyemata hurts if we lose him. What's up, Willie? Good to see Willie say the Pelicans tanking for the lottery. LOL. There go Willie go. There Willie go. All right. All right. Let's see what else with these. Ahmad says, why not draft Samuel in the first? I don't know, bro. Like I said, I don't think the Saints wanted Samuels. You're talking about Asante Samuel Jr.? Yeah, I don't know if he was, like I said, bro, he was a guy that they didn't want to take because people didn't see Asante Samuel as an outside corner. They seen him more as an inside guy. And the Saints have an inside guy in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They needed a guy that could play on the outside, on the border, on the boundary. And I seen tape with him playing there, but he's a bit undersized. And I knew that would hurt his stock there. But he would definitely be a second-round grade cornerback, in my opinion. He's a fighter. He tackles everything. He looks for the ball. His measurables off the hand. Despite the fact that he's a smallish cornerback, but he excels somewhere else. We just got to look past his size. The Saints, and they didn't, look at Asante Samuel. Who got Asante Samuel, by the way? Who drafted him, by the way? I forgot all about him. All right. Thank you for that, Ahmad. Let's see. Lars Simon, is that correct? He says it's getting really old talking about Rodgers hypotheticals. Well, I mean, we just covering it here. I mean, hypotheticals or not. I mean, it's a reality. I mean, in today's NFL, anything could happen. So, I mean, I mean, we just seen goddamn Tim Tebow just sign as a tight end. Tim freaking Tebow is in the NFL again as a tight end. Anything could happen. So, I mean, I hear what you're saying, bro. I know if you watching the NFL Network all day, I can understand why you getting tired because they just run shit in the loop all day. I can understand why you get tired of that, Lar. All right. What's up, Lee? Lee Wood chiming in for the Philippines. What's up, Lee? Will says, but when he says Pet came into the league, he wouldn't be out, whoever the right tackle was at the time, so we would put him back there. Pete. Okay, I get. When Pete came in the league, he couldn't be out, whoever the right tackle was, so he would put him back there. Well, remember when they had Armstead on one side, they had Ramczyk on another side, and what Peyton decided to do was use him as a guard just to get him out there. So he drafted him as a guard. Now, that's why I like Andrews Pete so much. A lot of people talk mess about Andrews. But the guy was drafted to play tackle. He never played guard before. And what did he do? Sean Payton put him at right tackle when, at first he left tackle, he got hurt. And remember, every time Teron Armstead would get hurt, he would then pull Andrews Pete and put him at the blindside tackle position. But in between that, they had him playing at right guard. Then he moved him to left guard. Remember that? He moved him all along. He played every position except for the center position. And Peyton, he was in Peyton's doghouse because he came in into camp out of shape. And he was out of shape because of the exams that was going on at Stanford. He had to do the exams and do what he had to do there before he can meet up. But he came in camp out of shape, and he was in Peyton's doghouse from the get-go. And he had to work his way out of Sean Payton's doghouse, which is not an easy thing to do. But he did it. And when he played the guard position, Andrews he was able to be successful at a position that he never played before, collegiately speaking. He excelled to the point where he was a Pro Bowler twice, and then you'll have my dog KT and other people to tell me, Q, that don't count. That was an alternate. And I would tell him the same thing, bro. Alternate means that the guy ahead of you got hurt or could not play in the game. That is an honor for you to be. And it's not like they randomly picking guys to play. No, they're picking the best offensive lineman that played better that year to be there. So if a guy is picked to be a Pro Bowler at first and he gets hurt, they got to fill in the position with somebody else. It is still an honor. Most people have never been nominated as a Pro Bowl anything. But you got Andrews Pete, who did it twice at a position that he never played college-wise. And people like, that's not a bit, I just don't understand why people can't get that. That, he excelled despite the fact that he was at a position that he was not familiar to, and Sean Payton was on his back left and right. Sean Payton ain't do that to people. He didn't do that to Ryan Ramczyk. He didn't move Ramczyk all up down the line. He didn't do that to Ramczyk. That's the only man he did that to, and he ain't quit on him. He buttoned down and he made it work. That's why I say I got to give him respect. I got to always say that because people be forgetting the Andrews Pete story. How that work. I sit up there and watch that whole thing play. I say, is Sean Payton out of his damn mind? He fussing at them. You got him playing 4 positions. You got him, one moment he guard, then you smooth, and then it wasn't an easy transition, by the way. He would be playing good at guard, then he'll move him to tackle when Armstead gets hurt. And then he'll stay there for a game or two, and every time Armstead would get hurt, he would move him out there off the guard position. Despite all of that movement, Andrew still was able to get Pro Bowl nominations twice during his career. That man earned that contract. If the Saints should have went somewhere else if they ain't felt, well, they gave Nick Easton's ass all that money too now. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, let's keep going. Todd Roos says Lawrence. Yeah, I know that wouldn't be bad, Todd. Lawrence Woods as well from Truman State. Yeah. Is he still available? Is he still out there? All right. Yeah, I like that guy. Who that King? What's up, fam? What's up? Good to see you, fam. Wayne, who that to you, Wayne, as well. Brother Derek says Landon Young will be here for years. He was a steal. Not so worried about the TA's injuries as much. Now, that is well said, Brother D, because you're absolutely right on that. I think that guy he gonna make a lot of people happy, man. He was a very good pick, and people don't realize that he'll be a starter for you next year. I'm just telling you, I'm like looking at, I'm like, man, Teron Armstead gone. They're gonna move Ramczyk. They're gonna pay Ramczyk, move him to left tackle, and Landon Young gonna take over the right tackle position for you. Then you're going to have Cesar Ruiz in the middle, and Pete and McCoy at the guard positions, you're going to have a damn good offensive line, and it won't cost nearly as much because you're really then only playing two people. You got Andrews Pete's contract, and then you got Ramczyk contract, which will be one of the top, if not the top, as far as offensive linemen go in the NFL. Saints going to break them all. He going to get paid. Ryan Ramczyk is about to get paid. It's coming. So with that being said, let's keep it going. I want to give a shout out to the rest of the family members. See, Ahmad said I didn't know that. See, I got to say that from time to time, fam, because we forget that. But I sit there and watched all that play out, and I always tell people that when they talk about Andrews Pete. You can never say Andrews Pete don't miss no games because he's soft. No, Andrews Pete playing with broken forearms. He playing with messed up ankles. And I get pissed off at Andrews because he should sit down. Like last year, they was pushing Andrews over because he was playing with that badly sprained ankle. Remember, they had it taped up and we were playing with that. I was like, Andrews, go sit down somewhere, bro. But you can't say that he didn't got no heart. He playing playing with broken bones, doing all that. I'm like, man, how y'all still feeling that way about the man? The man playing with, he ain't like some bum that don't want to play. Oh, I got a headache. I don't want to play. He don't do that. He plays. And the man earned 2 Pro Bowls, and they still talking about him like he Ken Crawley or P.J. Williams. I can't put him out. He ain't P.J. Williams. When the last time P.J. Williams got a goddamn Pro Bowl or a Pro Bowl or anything? You know? You got the silver can, trash can Pro Bowl award. That's pretty much it. Willie says Ian Book can throw better than Lamar. Oh, that's good. Willie, how did it turn into Lamar Jackson, Willie? How did it turn into Lamar Jackson, Willie? Nobody even talking about Lamar Jackson, Willie. Willie will make it about Lamar Jackson, man. It won't even be about Lamar Jackson. Willie says Ian Book can throw better than Lamar Jackson. Why, Willie? How did it become about Lamar Jackson, Willie? Willie hates Lamar Jackson. I don't know what Lamar Jackson did to Willie, but Willie hate the man with a passion. I don't know what's going on there. Ty says Marcus Colston never made a Pro Bowl. All right. Let's see. Slim South said, what's up, Slim? Slim says should be P.J. Williams dubbed the king of the handshake captain, the designated handshake coordinator. That's what you call P.J. Williams, the designated handshake coordinator. You go, P.J. He never misses. He know all of them. PJ know all of the damn handshakes because PJ is the designated handshake coordinator. But damn, PJ, don't you know anything else? You can't cover nobody? Good grief, man. All right. Rams says his former lineman, offensive line, defense, he said not easy to switch from guard to I know, Ramsey, tell him. But he did it at a level, at a Pro Bowl level. Tell that to my dog, KT. KT don't want head, man. KT said, I'm sorry, Q, he's soft as Sharman. I say, bro, come on, bro. Andrews, he's like, but Q, it was as an alternate. Like, that's a disrespect. An alternate to be an alternate Pro Bowler simply means that the guy that they called got hurt or he probably couldn't play because of, or elected not to play. But he was selected, but not being that just because you wasn't called as the first guy, like, okay, this guy number one, player number one was called, he gets hurt. Player number two is called. So player two comes in. It's a disrespect for you to be player number two. There's only a handful of guys that's nominated for Pro Bowls every year. And for you to be one is spectacular. Think about it like this. Like Todd says, Marcus Colston, with everything Marcus Colston did for the Saints, he never got one Pro Bowl. That is a disrespect. That is disrespectful. DeMario Davis, for all the things that DeMario done for the Saints, DeMario has never been called for a Pro Bowl. That's disrespectful. Now think about that when you think about Andrews Pete getting a Pro Bowl nod, the play in the Pro Bowl game, not once, but twice. When DeMario and Marcus Colston, who were excelling, never got the opportunity to. Quantify that, why don't you? Think about that. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Colorado, what's up, fam? How was your day? My day was good. I can't wait until Wednesday. Oh, good to hear that, Colorado. My day was pretty good too, my friend. It was a little rainy today, but outside of that, man, all good, bro. All good, all good. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you had a good day too, Colorado. Appreciate you, buddy. Anthony says Chargers going to show up strong this next year. I think I'm gonna pick them as my AFC team. No bandwagon. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I got to get. The Chargers, man. Yeah, they got that Herbert quarterback, and they had a pretty decent draft. They added a few people free agency wise. The Chargers are looking to push the Rams, and the Rams know that they got to bring it, playing out there and out there as well. So we're gonna see what's going on, man. We're gonna see what's going on. But yeah, that's not a bad pick. The Chargers, most certainly it's not. All right, big ups to the rest of the fam. Philip said, "What's up, Philip?" Philip says, "Yes, most definitely Aaron Rodgers could join the Saints. So we can beat Brady twice. Yeah, I like that. But like I was telling the family members, and I know like one of the family members said they kind of wore out of the hypotheticals about Aaron Rodgers and the Saints. Well, I mean, I get that. But like I said before, and I said this last year, before all this happened, because I knew it was going to happen. Because when you draft the quarterback in the first round, how you think Aaron Rodgers was going to take that? That was a slap in his face. He wasn't the reason why that team was I mean, he took them to the NFC Championship twice in the last couple of years. The defense failed him. I mean, and they drafted a quarterback after telling him they were going to help him get it together. I mean, that was I called that. I was like, man, that's easy. That's kindergarten work. That's pre-K work. Seeing that's easy. But then the thing is, Drew is out. Drew's gone. Tom Brady wanted to be a Saint. He said that several times. He was waiting to see what Drew's going to do. He chose the Tampa Bay second, but New Orleans was his first choice. He said that. And that's two great Hall of Fame quarterbacks right there. Those are Hall of Fame quarterbacks, whether you like them or not, Drew and Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is the third. What do those two guys see in the Saints? What those Hall of Fame quarterbacks see in the Saints? Huh? They see what you see in the Saints, a contender. A wide open offense with weapons everywhere. You talking about with Kamara and Mike Thomas. They ain't just Kamara and Mike Thomas. That's the names that carry the weight. But the role players have to step up and do their jobs too. And we have very good coaching on this team. We get these players ready to play. And most of the times it's not the players that get in the way. It's the scheme that gets in the way. Sometimes a lot of times I see it's the scheme that gets in the way of our success. Not running the ball enough and this type of stuff. But over reliance on Drew last year to a fault when he was limited in what he could do because he was banged up, that hurt us a lot of times. We should have been running it because that got us through a lot of the madness. That in the defense, running the ball and playing defense takes you far in the NFL. That's not a secret. We had the best trenches in the game, man. We were getting to them we were stopping them from running the ball, and we was pressuring their asses. Then on offense, we was running the ball and throwing the ball. So regardless of not, when you call Drew all you want, Captain check down, but at the end of the day, we still was able to pile up a fourth consecutive NFC South crown, which I'm not fond of unless it comes with a Pro Bowl. I mean, with a Super Bowl. But it is what it is. All right. Big ups to the rest of the family members. Radumas 7530. What's up, fam? Says, what they gonna do with that dude from New Orleans, offensive line from LSU? Q. Thought he was doing an all right job, brother. You talking about Will Clapp? That's what you're talking about, brother Radumas. Thank you for the question, my friend. He signed. I think they brought him back, but they see him as a guy like that'll take the Nick Easton role, because the Saints was thinking about trying to get Nick Easton back, but Nick Easton wants some money. So when they did re-up with Will Clapp to bring him back, and I'm thinking the Saints will have Will Clapp like that Nick Easton role. Now they brought James Hurst back, and Hurst can play the left tackle or the left guard, but he's Armstead's replacement. Like if something happened to Armstead, James Hurst fills in for Armstead. If something happens to Ryan Ramczyk, you probably will see Landon Young over there. But interior speaking, if you have an issue with either center or guard, Will Clapp would probably be the first guy that comes in to help out with the center of the guard position. So Clapp did re-up with the Saints. The Saints did re-up with Will Clapp. They like Clapp. Now, like I said, I think they're trying to see him more like a Nick Easton role. But Will Clapp is still on the team. Thank you for the question there, Rod Dumas. Thank you for that. All right, big ups to John Johnson. BQ. What if the Saints don't play Tampa until, he said, what if the Saints don't play Tampa until week 10 and week 14? Could the Saints be on their way to a strong start? We'll see how the schedule, I know the schedule show supposed to come out, but I really do think the Saints are going to be a problem for a lot of people. And a lot of people keep disrespecting the Saints. A lot of these fake ass commentators and these supposed national pro shows that don't know a hill of shit. These guys are disrespecting the Saints, and they don't understand that the Saints' strong suit is the running attack. The Saints had several games last year when they rushed over 200 yards. Several of them. They could have, and the truth of this told, half those games the Saints could have piled up rushing yards and beat those teams if they had stuck with the run like they were supposed to. The Green Bay Packers game could have been a big representation of that. Every time the Saints rush for a certain amount of attempts or a certain amount of yards, 95% of the games they win. Why? Because very few people can stop the Saints when they get their head on straight and when they want to pound the run. What's the difference this year? The difference is this year, Coach Payton's going into this offseason, into this season, knowing that the strength of the team is the running attack. That's why he brought in Big Nick Vanette, who's a blocking tight end who can sneak out and catch a pass. He's not athletic, but he can block his ass off. That's why his first signing was Alex Armah, the fullback, the flexible, athletic fullback from Carolina who can block his ass off. He opened up running lanes for McCaffrey and for Mike Davis. When McCaffrey went down, he was blasting holes open for Mike Davis, who had a pretty damn good season in McCaffrey's absence. So, I mean, and the Saints have done a phenomenal job of adding those pieces to keep the running game, because obviously that's what it has to be. Jameis or Taysom, whoever you want it to be, I say it's probably going to be Jameis, in a role, a managerial role, not we need Jameis to be throwing whatever. He'll get vertical, but the reality is the Saints are going to run the ball this year and suck in those safeties so they can go vertical. This is the vertical game returns because of the running attack. Last year showed Coach Payton that the Saints was serious. Last year they broke franchise record in rushing and scoring. They scored 7 freaking flipping rushing touchdowns in the Christmas Day game against the Minnesota Vikings. Who do that? And I was saying, thank you. Finally, we had to have a big blown your top moment for the Saints to say, listen, we could run the ball like this, really? Well, welcome to the party, bro. I was telling you that shit years ago. The Saints are a dominant running team, and these people out here that's supposed to be experts can't see that. They think it's an aberration that the Saints put up all those 200-yard rushing games last year, ran for 7 rushing touchdowns in the Christmas Day game against the Minnesota Vikings. You telling me that was an aberration? There wasn't no aberration. That's what the Saints can do when their mind is focused on that running attack. And now that Drew's not there, Coach Payton doesn't have that guy he can over-rely on. He has to fall back to the running attack. The only question I have is, can the defense do enough to stay competitive to help keeping this thing going? That's all I have. Now, that can be squelched by them adding a few veterans here or there. If Richard Sherman comes and Geno Atkins comes, that makes me feel a lot better. If they don't, I'm good with Paulson and Tebow. I still would like to have a veteran. Trill Williams is there, not to squash my other guys, because we got Trill Williams. We got Burrell, the safety out of Wisconsin. I like these 3 defensive back undrafted guys that the Saints picked up. That's going to help them out. I like these guys a lot. I like Burrell, the safety out of Wisconsin that we picked up. I like Bryce Thompson, the guy out of Tennessee we picked up. And I really like Trill Williams from Clemson. From the Syracuse. I like him a lot. So I really like those DBs that they picked up. So much love to that. All right. Thanks for that question. I appreciate you, fam, for that question there. All right. Now I'm going to look at somebody. One more here. Todd says Kamara is the best running back in the league. Thomas, best wide receiver in the league. Rodgers never had talent like that. Offense plus a top-notch offensive line. Like I said, I've said it before. The best quarterbacks in the business look at the Saints because they know what the Saints working with. You can run the ball, you protect it with that offensive line. Drew wasn't getting all that getting sacked upon like that. And we got phenomenal talent, man. And we look at just Alvin or Mike, but they got other guys out there that'll kill you too. They just don't have a big name. And I like it like that because they don't see you coming. That's all right. Keep put us all the way down to 25 and watch how we maul your ass next year. I'm just saying, they just don't get it, man. And we got to keep showing them every year. I don't understand, man. What's wrong with people? You know, I'm beating the hell out of you. And you still saying what's going on? I mean, we beating these people senseless. You're knocking all of the common sense out of their ass. That's what's going on. You beating their ass so bad they can't even think. They can't even think. They can't even put a rational, logical thoughts together. You beating their ass so bad. You knocking the piss out of. What's up, Dev84 John? What's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Much love. Kevin Conley, what's up, baby? Good to see you there. What's up, Derek Cropper's in the building? What's up, fam? No Cap, No Filter says, what should we do about cornerback and linebacker? I wouldn't be mad if Saints get another. Like I said, I just talked about them getting another veteran cornerback. But I do like the undrafted guys. I like Paulson and Tebow, our draft pick. I think the Saints will be okay at the corner position. I think ultimately at linebacker, Quan Alexander will get an opportunity to try out with the crop we have. I think we'll be fine there. You know, I just want to see if we can get another defensive lineman, a veteran guy to help out, and I think we'll be fine. All right, let's keep going there. What's up, Brian Cattleran? Good to see you in the building as well. Who that to you? Appreciate you stopping by. Brother Ty said Q brings facts. Thank you, Ty. Who that to you? All right, 2 rushes. That's right, Tim. Tell him, baby. 2 rushes, first down. 2 rushes, first. That's my favorite little song there. That's what I was saying. I had to sing that song. I had to create something that's catchy enough to promote Coach Payton to run the ball more. 2 rushes, first down. 2 rushes. That was Latavius Murray. 2 rushes, first down. He's averaging 4.5, 5 yards a carry. That's 2 rushes, first down. 2 rushes. 2 rushes. There's t-shirts in the pro shop, man. We sold quite a few of those too. Slim South, what's up? Says the national media knows about the Saints. Said they knows about the Saints. They just hate on the Saints. Bro, you know what? Slim South, you might be right, bro. They know to hate on the Saints. The Saints have all that talent, man. We just gonna hate on their ass. That's the agenda. We just gonna pay them in an ugly light. We're just gonna hate on the Saints. That's all right. Keep on hating. That's where the sports coma came from. All y'all foolishness. It came out of all the foolishness because we couldn't get them to cover the team right. They talking about the Dallas Cowboys and all these other squads. The Saints sitting up there with 10, 12 wins. You got the Giants stinking up the joint, and they talking about what's wrong with the Giants. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, you know what? The hell with y'all. We gonna do this. And that's how it was born, bro. Out of the funk, out of the disgust of the national media. So I gotta thank them and slap their ass at the same time for, doing this. What's up, True Hurts? Who that to you, fam? Matt Million says, honestly, bro, I love your takes, but the run game was only the best because people had to respect Breeze. Listen, bro, you got Matt, first of all, appreciate your comment, my friend, and I appreciate your honesty there. And thank you for your comment, what's the word I'm searching for? Your love, your appreciation, your take. But, like I said, I think Drew Brees, remember many games last year, Drew Brees was broke up pretty bad. That didn't come out till later on about how tore Brees was. He was dealing with a torn shoulder muscle. He was dealing with a torn muscle in his foot. He had broken ribs twice before the one against the 49ers. He had got hit in the Tampa Bay game. He had ribs injuries. He had broken ribs before the other broken ribs. So he was busted up pretty bad last year. So he couldn't really push the ball downfield. He was shot up on that stuff. And Drew was, it was amazing he did what he did, to be honest with you, with Drew Brees. But if you go back and look at the Saints matchups, think about how often you see an NFL team rushing for 200 yards a game as much as the Saints did. We talking about 200-yard rushing games several times during the season. 200-yard rushing games. The Saints broke their franchise rushing record last year. I think they got the attempts and the rushing yard record last year. They were tearing up the rushing yards. They had 7 rushing touchdowns in one game. The Saints were killing. It was customarily and traditional for the Saints to get 3 rushing touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns in the same game. So to a degree, what you're saying is accurate. But then later on, if you go back and research, you found out that Drew Brees couldn't push the ball downfield because of the injuries that he was sustaining, and he had to take underneath stuff like this and stuff like that. Like I said, man, it was a lot going on. But then to my degree, a lot of it is centered around the defense and the running game. And if you remember early in the season, Coach Payton was trying to force the passing game to get going, and I was sitting there saying, why are you doing that? Why you can't force the passing game to kick in like that? It has to be a natural progression, an organic progression. You can't genetically modify the goddamn pass. Just pull a bunch of super glue on top of it and mutate it. You know, and for years I was saying the Saints was operating a mutated offense. And I was saying that because you was only operating between 3 to 4 guys. That's not the Saints offense. Saints offense is a free-flowing offense that gets the ball to the open man. Remember that? Remember going back to the days when Drew Brees had 4 wide receivers that had over 40 receptions in a year. Remember that? Now, when you do that, there is no way you can game plan for the Saints because they're spreading the ball out and you can't pick who's going to get the ball this game. And the Saints was doing that, and Drew Brees would find this, Lance Moore, he do this, and this guy over here, and then this guy would get his shot. You couldn't pinpoint who was getting the ball, you know? And then when we mutated and got kind of lazy, then we start saying, you're going to be this guy, and you're going to be that guy. And then ultimately that changed last year when Coach Payton went in there and started bringing all them guys, and said, Deontay Harris, Marquez Callaway, we need to upgrade the wide receiver and the athleticism of the Saints team. That's why I was saying, why is Taysom Hill stealing reps from Traquan Smith? But people are going to sit up here and say Traquan Smith garbage. But how is he supposed to improve when Taysom Hill's taking his wide receiver reps? What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? I mean, you got a quarterback, an athletic quarterback still in the wide receiver reps. He's still in the tight end reps, you know? And I'm saying, listen, if you want wide receivers as athletically as gifted as Taysom Hill, you got work to do now, don't you? Go draft some wide receivers with some athleticism. And Coach Payton went out there. He found Harris. He found Marquez Callaway. He found other people that he can bring onto the team and have that type of role. So like I said, man, we are a team that we're at our best when we can circulate the ball, not to just finding Mike Thomas, because Mike make you lazy. Mike is so great. He has mastered the art of beating a double team. I've seen Mike get triple team and still make catches. Mike Thomas. And then you see Alvin Kamara, he's a phenomenal weapon. So it's so easy to fall in love with just throwing the ball to these guys all the time that you forget about uber talented guys like Harris and Callaway, who's out there making blocks and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But the approach is to keep it free flowing, that anybody at any time can get involved. And that's when you find it's incredibly difficult to do. That is the caveat that I think comes back with the Saints, simply because the Saints have to operate with the running game. Sean had 4 running backs on the team last year. Remember that. Go back and look it up. He had 4 active running backs for the full duration of the season. Why would you carry 4 active running backs? Because you're understanding the propensity to keep the running game strong. You don't forget Ty Montgomery, who's a wide receiver converted to a running back that can do a lot of the same plays that Kamara do in case Kamara gets hurt. Don't forget, you're going to see Kamara and Montgomery in the same backfield at times. So the Saints operating a lot, man. We got a lot of versatility there. It's going to be a lot of great stuff going on. So thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate your commentary, my friend. Thank you. All right. Philip says expectations for Deontay Harris. I think Deontay gets a promotion into the wide receiver room. That's why I think guys like Jalen McCleskey, the son of J.J. McCleskey, and several other wide receivers like Quan Baker, who's the 7th-round draft pick. And then there's a cornerback, not a cornerback. He's a defensive back, but he's 5'9". I'm like, why would the Saints bring him on there? Go look at his college film and his scouting report. This guy is a terrific, phenomenal special teams kick returner and punt returner. It's almost like they found another Deontay Harris on the slick. The Saints kind of snuck him out there. But I'm expecting Deontay Harris to have a promotion in the Saints offense into more of a wide receiver role, and they're trying to find somebody else to play the kick returner and punt returner. Harris is too phenomenal, too dominant. And so far as he's a lightning bug, could the Saints see a bit of Tyreek Hill in Deontay Harris? How did that fit your offense to have a weapon like him running around out there, huh? Think about that. The Saints have their own Tyreek Hill? Maybe. Deontay Harris, perhaps. Promotion? That's what I see happening, fam. We'll see if it shakes out there. J-Rock says, Q, how much you want to bet that Chris Richard will try and make Trill Williams in the camp? Oh, man, wouldn't that be phenomenal? And Coach Richard says he wants to build a Legion of Boom here in New Orleans. He did say that. Thank you for saying that, J-Rock. Big ups to you. Brother Byron says, people always hate our team, but we're the best NFL ever. Kiss. Damn, Brother Byron got wrong on him right quick. Brother Revolt says, what about when Breeze was hurt and we rushed for? I know, yeah. See, and I just want the family members to just, because Brother Matt just asking the question. So let's not trounce on him. He was asking on this question because some people don't know. The Saints rushing, that's why I've been pushing the running attack, because if you play defense and run the ball, and the Saints, people don't really realize how really good the Saints offensive line is running the ball. They know we could keep quarterbacks upright for a majority of the time, but the Saints are a serious, and remember, and this is an extra caveat, and I'm going to say it and I'm going to leave it alone. But remember, when the Saints was doing that, running them 200-yard rushing games, Teron Armstead was hurt. They had Hurst in there as the left tackle when the Saints was getting 200-yard rushing games. Go look it up. That's right, Hurst, the big old offensive lineman, slow as hell, but he can run block his ass off. Go back and look that up, family. Teron Armstead was hurt. They had Hurst out there operating at the left tackle position, and the Saints still was rushing for 200 yards. Back-to-back 200 yards rushing games when Hurst was in there filling in for Teron Armstead. So I'm just telling you what I see. I'm telling you, the Saints are the real deal. People, they're disrespecting it because they're trying to look at the Saints throwing the ball. They don't understand that the Saints are the real deal running. They're one of the top running teams in the NFL, and they're going to operate the play action off the back of the running attack. And that's why I'm so excited, because the play action and the vertical threat of the Saints offense is back, baby. It's back, and we got the horses to do it. We got Deontay Harris, Marquez Callaway, Traquan Smith, and the big part of Traquan Smith game, they keep sleeping on Traquan Smith, ignoring that Traquan Smith is a wide receiver on this team, because they keep thinking like Traquan's going to be an inside man. Traquan Smith is going to operate at the position like he did when he was at Central Florida, which is going to be outside on those boundaries doing that deep route. He excels at that. Now, the great caveat about his behavior, well, not his behavior, but his training over time was he was playing inside. He wasn't comfortable playing inside because that's not his game. You don't send him inside. But he played well last year and got that heart because of Emmanuel Sanders teaching him what to do, showing them some game. And that's why he excelled that year. This year, he goes back outside with no competition. This all on Traquan Smith, and he's in his role as a deep threat wide receiver running down the field. The vertical aspect, he blocks well. He'll be catching the deep patterns. Watch and see. Traquan Smith will have the best year of his career next year. Watch. We know it, and I know it, because they're changing it to the vertical attack, and he excels in the vertical game. They're not telling you that. That's why they're not looking for another wide receiver. They like Traquan Smith, even though I would have took Terrace Marshall Jr. I ain't gonna lie. I would have took Terrace Marshall. Oh, it is what it is. All right, Kevin Duckworth. What's up, Kevin? He says Marquez is gonna bust. It's gonna bust out this year. I agree with you, bro. Watch these young guys I keep talking about, bro. They are phenomenal players for you. Tim says, please load the box and make Jameis beat you. He will. I'm telling you, Jameis is one of his best things is throwing that goddamn deep ball. He going and another thing, watch out for Mike Thomas. People saying slant God, Mike Thomas has been working his ass off. I've been research Mike Thomas, what he been doing. He been staying off of social media and he been working out. He's 100% healthy. He's gotten bigger. He's worked on, I'm gonna just leave y'all gonna be really pleasantly happy about Mike Thomas. Let me just tell you something. He really was upset about how last year not being hurt. As soon as the year was over with, he got that surgery. He was playing with an injury that needed surgery. He couldn't do the surgery during the season because it would have ended his year. But as soon as the year was over, he got the surgery. He's good to go. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger, physical. Mike Thomas, watch out for Mike. I'm sprinkling some games. All right, Todd said that's Lawrence Woods, Q. Okay. All right, let's keep track. Said if Ian Book makes team, Taysom is out at QB because you need a conventional QB to run the scout team, and that's most likely is Travis Simeon. Oh, that's an interesting take there, Tragic. Devin Brack, what's up, Fancy? The fact Winston's arm can stretch the field a lot more than Breeze could currently, it'll make Mike Thomas and Kamara even better. Absolutely, I agree. Great commentary from the great Saint Think Tank. The best in the business. Straight booming. What's up, fam? What's up, Straight booming? So I'm ready for big salute to my dog out there in Seattle, Straight booming. What's up, brother? How you doing? All right. What's up, Gavin? Says he says sorry, but he's staying in Green Bay. All right. Thank you, Gavin. What's up, Brew Man? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you as well. Much love to you. And with that being said, fam, we're gonna check out on that. The Pelicans lost. I see the score there, man. Good grief, man. Yeah, we sure like to play, don't we? But anyway, I'm gonna shout out on that. I'd like to thank the Great Saint Think Tank for chiming on this episode. Much love to you guys. I appreciate you. As always, please feel free to hit upon the like button. If you enjoy the stream, please hit the like button. If you also are not a subscriber, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the realest show covering the black and gold. Join the Great Saint Think Tank. One of the most passionate, most intelligent man in the business. These some great people. They're diehards, true and true, and they're really intelligent people, man. They know they saints. That's all I can tell you, baby. Baby, and it's an honor, baby. Baby, it's an honor, baby, to sit in front of the Great Saint Think Tank and talk football, baby. Baby, let me tell you something, baby. I'm going to tell you again, baby. It's an honor, baby. So big ups to the Great Saint Think Tank. If you like the platform, feel free to join our Patreon. The link is in the description section. Patreon.com/The Pro Media Network. Patreon.com/The Pro Media Network. All join our YouTube membership. Become a member and be recognized like the many of the dozens of Great Saint Think Tank family members that you see scrolling across the banner, the several banners that we have here, as we do believe in showing much love to our family members. We big on recognition over here. So I'd like to thank all you guys for chiming in on this one. Tomorrow, we will be doing our Patreon. So for those family members who want to join the Patreon or the YouTube membership, Tuesdays are dedicated to our Patreon and our YouTube family members. We do an exclusive show strictly for them. So you probably won't see us for the rest of the family members. So if you want to get on there to help out the platform, you know, you can do that. The link's in the description section below for that. And we'll see most of our family members on Tuesday on our Patreon channel as well. So with that being said, we'll tip out on that. I'll be heading over to the Pelican post-game report. If there are any Pelicans family members or Pelicans lovers in here, Pelicans family members who love the Pels, we got a show called the Pelican post-game report. My co-host is DC. We'll be doing the show in about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. We'll be dropping during the Pelican post-game report. Feel free to look us up on YouTube. I think they got a link in the description section where you can go down there, find the Pelican post-game report and subscribe to it. And join it. You know, we'll be covering the Pelicans with a lot of passion as well. So with that being said, I'll see y'all for the rest of the family members. I'll see you guys on Wednesday on Hump Day edition, the Wednesday Saints Talk, as we cover some more Saints news and notes. And for the rest of the family members, the Patreon and YouTube membership, I'll see you guys on Tuesday when we cover some more Saints. So much love to the Black and Gold family members. Who that to you? Much love. Y'all stay be safe. Much love, and I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma.